I'm a first generation Nicaragüense Americano. My first language was Spanish. I learned English when I was 7. If you look in that brand in the butterfly, there's 33 dots that represent all 33 countries of Latin America. There's a bridge because we want to bridge our communities together. And there's like the Aztec Allen symbol, which means like live your whole life with a full heart and soul. So to me, the Monarcas brand is a brand that brings unity amongst a bunch of different Latin groups, Latino cultures, and really a sense of pride. This brand was never about, just the athletes, but this brand's about our community. It's about who it reflects in our community, and we wanted the local Latin community to be represented when we launched this brand. And so we invited local leaders from the community, their families, and that's who you're seeing in these videos. These are people who live right here in Eugene. That the Latinx families, the Latinx population that we embrace and embrace us. Our jersey's a tribute to what a guayabera is in Latin culture. Almost in every Latin country, people wear a form of a guayabera shirt. And these jerseys are a reflection of that celebratory, fun, loving culture that is the Latin culture. I'm very proud to be Latin, and I hope people love it.
So coming into this season, it was important to showcase how baseball brings everybody together and what the people from different countries, what their culture is like, what their journey was like to get to Eugene and kind of celebrate everybody all at once.
So initially our first design was a black one, right? And it's a point of origin to some extent, right? Our story and growing and fully developing into now this vibrant, very colorful, very excited, and dare I say loud, loud monarch butterfly. So it talks a little bit about the transformation of our own communities.
Baseball is such a special sport because it brings so many different people from so many different places. And you kind of have to combine all that to make something work and get something good out of it.
Monarcas are important to me, and I feel to the community, because we have now entered a phase where we are becoming the majority population, slowly but surely in the US. And it tells a story, a very big story, an old story about who we are as Latinoamericanos, from the southernmost tip of South America to immediately across our border in Mexico, and how we've made a life back and forth, just like the butterfly, the monarch butterfly.
It's not just like players from Mexico, playing from US, playing from some country. It's just wearing that jersey makes you feel like you guys are a unit.
It reminds those guys like how special they are, but at the same time, it's a message for the next generation. It's possible. Us wearing that jersey, I think it's a great way to relay that message to the younger generation and kind of like give them the hope that whatever they want to do in life, they can go for that and they can accomplish it.
The initial intent was to create a source of pride and ownership. I know for a fact that many folks in the community see Monarcas as a point of pride. And when they come here, they come to have a great time. They come to enjoy with the families. But what really draws them is the pride and the ownership in the team. And they wear it proudly. And when they talk about it, they say Monarcas with their head held up high.
For the Eugene Emeralds, showing the support, only just to one players, only from one country. It means a lot just for Venezuelan players, just to see their appreciation, in those days. One of the favorite memories was we enjoy the guys just seeing on the screen, on the big screen, just dancing a little bit outside, having fun during that day, making those videos. It was very nice to see. The whole field and all the players from for all countries, just enjoying and having fun and laughing a little bit during the game. So it was nice.
He meant a lot to me because I think nights like that are always a great reminder for everyone just to remember where you come from. You know, it brings back, you know, the very beginning of everything, how everything started, your career, all the stuff you have gone through, and kind of like, you know, brings you to where you are right now and what you want to accomplish, you know, in the future. For me, my favorite moment by far was celebrating Mother's Day, Dominican Mother's Day. In my case, my mom has been the person that has always been there from day one, and being able to celebrate her and all the stuff she has done for myself and my siblings, it was a very special moment for myself.
You know, the lowriding community has a lot to do with Mexican culture. It's just kind of the way we grew up with it. But it's not just for the Mexican culture, it's for everybody. It's just all of these men put a lot of time and love into their vehicles the same way that people put love into their sport.
When it came down to Mexico, like my parents coming from Mexico, my dad from Mexico City, my mom from Ciudad Juarez, it really just sparked a lot of creativity and a lot of pride. I know that I got a lot of raza out there, a lot of Mexicanos that were very proud to be there that night and very happy to have seen our own culture within the Latino-Americano culture as Mexicanos being celebrated. It felt really good, and more importantly, it felt like home.
I heard that it's gonna be Puerto Rican night because Roberto Clemente. That's a big part of like being a Puerto Rican player. That plays a lot in what is our culture from. Just because, like I told you guys before, like what did he do in the field and what did he do outside the field that marked every single player from Puerto Rico.
Cuban night was just important to do personally, just because that's where my family's from. Everything that they had to go through to get to the United States and kind of flourish here. So it was cool to honor them in that way through our last Monarcas game of the season. But it was also a really cool opportunity to partner with local businesses, because at the time we didn't have any Cuban players on the team, so we were kind of forced to do something different and kind of push out of our comfort zone a little bit, which I think is the uniqueness of this brand. So we partnered with Havana Cafe, which is a local restaurant that opened downtown probably about a year ago. And we just brought their food and everything that they do at the restaurant to the ballpark. They gave out gift cards and swags and just invited people into their restaurant, which they consider home. But we also have a serious side too, and we make real change. And I think that real change that we could see every day in our communities, the confidence that people have, the excitement that people have to come to the ballpark and wear their bright new yellow jersey, I think that on its own just stands on why the Copa program is so important, but then why the Monarcas are so special.
Wearing that jersey for 3 years now, and it's, I mean, it's a bless every single Sunday to be wearing the jersey.